Bill O'Reilly here, Thursday, March 3rd, 2022. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. The UN condemning Russia. President Biden's Supreme Court nominee heads to the Senate. Economists rank the states with the worst inflation. The House January 6th committee issues a finding. Also ahead, is Putin committing war crimes? But first, the UN General Assembly formally condemning Russia for invading Ukraine, easily passing a symbolic resolution calling Putin's attack, quote, an act of unprovoked aggression. Just 5 countries oppose the measure: Russia itself, Belarus, Eritrea, North Korea, Syria. 35 nations, including China, abstain from the vote. The Senate beginning confirmation hearings for Joe Biden's Supreme Court pick on March 21st. If approved, Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson will be the first African-American woman to serve on the court. Ms. Jackson was appointed to the U.S. Court of Appeals in D.C. by Mr. Biden last June. Latest polls show most Americans want a Supreme Court justice based on merit, not skin color. But Judge Jackson will be confirmed, I predict. Money Magazine ranking the states with the worst rates of inflation. The average American now paying $385 more every month than he or she did last year. That's $4,600 a year slashed from the family budget. States hardest hit: New York, California, Florida, Massachusetts. The worst spot for inflation: Wisconsin. Prices in the Badger State up 8% across the board. Residents there paying 40% more for heating oil this winter. Wow, and it is cold in Wisconsin. The House committee investigating the January 6th riot has issued a finding that President Trump and some of his allies broke the law or something. It's a conspiracy, a criminal conspiracy. Now, that finding would be a big deal, but it's not, because the committee, made up entirely of Trump haters, had its finding the first day it met. In a moment, Vlad Putin, war criminal? Right back. As you know, inflation is almost out of control thanks to the policies of this administration. Retirement accounts are especially vulnerable right now, because when inflation goes up, your dollar savings go down. So how do you protect your hard-earned wealth? Please call the people I trust at American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts against inflation by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver, and they make it easy. They are the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. All it takes is a quick call, and they will deliver physical gold and silver right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. Plus, tell them O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $1,500 of free silver on your first order. So please don't wait. 877-444-GOLD Gold, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Many believe, including me, that Vladimir Putin is a war criminal for the illegal Russian invasion of Ukraine, and that Putin is responsible for the deaths of women, children, men who are civilians, not in the military. And every day, the death list gets larger. So why wouldn't Vladimir Putin be a war criminal? A little background. The definition war criminal goes through the United Nations. Some examples. In 1994, the UN prosecuted 93 people responsible for the genocide in Rwanda, Africa, that killed about 800,000 people. The former prime minister of Rwanda pleaded guilty to 7 counts, including genocide, and was sentenced to life. From 2000 to 2006, The UN prosecuted war crimes in East Timor, Asia. Complicated situation there, but 5 trials were held, 90 individuals charged, 84 of whom were convicted. In 2002, the UN prosecuted Slobodan Milosevic, the former president of Serbia. You may remember that. The Security Council resolution charged those responsible for mass killings of Bosnian Muslims. Milosevic died in a UN detention center in 2006 before that trial concluded. Now we have Ukraine alleging that Russia is committing war crimes against its civilians, which is true. So Ukraine has brought that case to the UN's highest court, accusing Moscow and Putin of planning genocide and asking the court to intervene to halt the invasion and order Russia to pay reparations. Of course, the UN court cannot do that. It's not powerful enough. The International Court of Justice and the UN will discuss the allegations, however, next week. The tribunal will be led by 38 member nations. But again, it is Putin himself who is responsible for all of this. He is an atrocious human being. He is violating international law. There's no excuse. I've heard some absurdities on the television news like, well, we threw the Russians out of Cuba. He can do that in Ukraine. That kind of insane nonsense covers up that Putin is Hitler light. It's the same thing. A huge, powerful nation rolling into an independent, sovereign country, Ukraine, and killing people. It is that simple. Russia doesn't need Ukraine. There's no compelling reason for this atrocity. It's Putin's ego. He wants to make the Soviet Union great again, or some crazy thing. All the UN can do is condemn him symbolically. He's not going to be sitting in The Hague in a trial. At least I don't think so. I hope he does, but I don't think so. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve the message by writing it. If you would like more honest news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com, where you can see me on television. In a moment, something you might not know. Hey, investors, listen up. Inflation and rate increases are forecasted, which will potentially stall stock market gains. But the experts say apartment building values and rent increases are up. Almost 6.8 million homes are needed in this country right now. You have heard me tell you about NRIA. They are building rental and condominium properties in high-demand, low-supply markets right now. I personally visited one myself in Florida. Their 15-year track record has been delivering competitive returns for investors. So, you might consider investing in a solid foundation and give them a call. 800-800-1414. That's easy. 800-800-1414, or check them out at nria.net.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Facing stiff competition from streaming services like Netflix, Apple, and Amazon, executives at CBS are resurrecting a 67-year-old sitcom. Coming this fall, a woke version of the Honeymooners. Oh, no. Here is the story. In the 1950s and early 60s, blue-collar Americans were rarely seen on television. Biggest programs were things like The Andy Griffith Show, Leave It to Beaver, that kind of idealistic fare. Enter Jackie Gleason. The Honeymooners debuted in 1955 and became an immediate smash hit. The show featured Gleason as a volatile bus driver named Ralph Cramden, his long-suffering wife Alice, and their life inside a cramped New York City apartment. Despite being regarded as one of the most influential programs in TV history, The Honeymooners was also one of the shortest. The entire series consisted of just 39 episodes that aired over 11 months, and many of those episodes were filmed live. During its short run, the show won 6 Emmys. Said Jackie Gleason at the time, quote, "The writers have exhausted all the funny plots for a half-hour sitcom. I want to go out on a high note," and he did. The program would spark 2 musicals, 1 spin-off, a game show, and 2 movies. Jackie Gleason even threatened to sue the Flintstones for stealing his persona. That might be Fred Flintstone. Modern times, however, have been tough on old Ralph Kramden. In recent years, he and his crew have been accused of promoting domestic violence. Critics claim the comedian physically threatened his wife when saying he would, quote, "send her to the moon." Now the Honeymooners will return this fall with some progressive tweaks. According to creators, the show will be, quote, "a bold female-driven reboot centered around Ruth and her husband Alex, who are determined to have a marriage where they have true equality." Wow. Maybe another Ralph Kramden quote. Bang, zoom. Back after this. There are some things we can all agree on, like the value of a good night's sleep. That's why I personally recommend Cozy Earth sheets. It's like sleeping on a cloud. Made from super soft Vicos from bamboo, Cozy Earth sheets help you sleep at the perfect temperature all year round. I really like mine. So stop missing out. Discover why thousands of customers have left 5-star reviews. Cozy Earth even offers a 100-night sleep trial. This means you have up to 100 nights to sleep on it. Wash it. Try it out. If you're not satisfied, just send it back for a full refund. Cozy Earth sheets now come in 4 brand new natural colors. Plus, my audience can save 35% on Cozy Earth bedding. Hurry, offer ends soon. Just go to CozyEarth.com/Bill, save 35%. CozyEarth.com/Bill, CozyEarth.com/Bill. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.